Hello, Slicey Dicers. How's everybody doing? Let me pull this up here so I can see all your comments. Sometimes it takes a minute. I am doing this a bit different tonight in that my internet has been, to use the British colloquialism, shite. So I'm going over the air on the LTE on the phone. So hopefully this is working and everything. It'll probably be better because my internet is, excuse me, wicked fast, but when it blips, the live stream can't handle it. So, all right. Hello, Dante, Neves Knives, Triple EDC, Jameson, Dante, everybody. Am I going to talk about the quiet carry drift if possible? I don't know if I'm ever going to get my hands on one of those, to be honest with you. I meant to reply to that earlier, but I couldn't do it. So, all right. Laura, Halden, everybody. Yeah, it looks kind of grainy on my screen, but you know what? Grainy's better than it breaking down like it did last week. So yeah, when my internet blips, it gives a weird thing, and I couldn't even turn it off. So it's very odd. That's funny. It's not working well on my screen. I'm getting there we go. I'm just way behind. It just looks like my video is way behind more than usual. So try to turn the resolution down a little bit to make it easier. But tonight we are doing a pretty, I guess, special episode, different episode. I'm going to try and do more of these. Tonight's just, we're going to talk mostly about Spydercos. I got a few new ones that came in. The channel's been pretty Spyderco heavy the last week, so I thought it'd be fun to do that. And yeah, I thought it'd be fun just to do that as a change instead of doing our usual, just rambling, have some sort of conversation to talk about. I thought that would be neat. So that's what we're doing. So welcome everybody. We're not going to do it the whole show. We'll talk about some other stuff as we go on. But yeah, talk about whatever you want. Spyderco related stuff. Ask me questions. I have a lot of them. I've had a lot of them. Just talk about the ones you like, the ones you hate, the gripes, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Let's just get to it. It's a completely open subject. Just kind of keep it Spyderco related for a little while here, anyway, and then we will see if we change out. Shaman versus Mannix battle to the death. My Mannix is a really rare one, so it would be kind of an odd comparison. But yeah, if I ever get a regular plain old Mannix, I've owned a lot of Spyderco Mannix, but I've never had just a regular one. Question is, when's there gonna be a deep carry clip made for the Shaman? I don't know, but I'll try one out when I do. Although the way I carry this knife, it's so big, I don't really care that much, but it would kind of be nice. Would you recommend the Shaman or the Chef? That's a really tough one because I just got both of these back within the last 3 weeks. So I don't know. I love them both. That's like picking my favorite kid. That'd be really tough. It would depend on the day, as it is with your children, I imagine too. So yeah, I'm not seeing my video very well. So if I don't know what's up with my computer, but if it fades out or locks up, please somebody let me know because I'm not really sure. Kiefer asks, is the Delica even valid anymore? Man, I don't know. That's one subject I was going to talk about. I only have one of I have other Spydercos over here off the side. The only FRN Spyderco I still currently own is the Warncliffe. I didn't want to go straight into bashing on Spyderco, but this one, yeah, the VG10 FRN Spydercos I still find to be horribly overpriced. So yeah, I don't know about the Delica anymore. I honestly don't. I did a video, God, like a year ago, where I said, is it, still the greatest of all time EDC, or is it obsolete? And I kind of lean towards obsolete, at least in the regular VG10 version. Now, when you get some of the upgrade ones, some of the sprint runs are actually ridiculously well priced on the Delica, which is opposite of what you think, whatever BD1 Mannix. It's back here. We're gonna switch some out here as we go. Still have the BD1 Mannix. Still like it. When the BD1 N1 comes out, I will get it. But that BD1 Mannix will never go away because it was my first really like nice knife. And we got into this so fast. I wasn't expecting this to be such a popular subject. I never showed the beer because this is Brews and Blades. Still same one as last week. Pennsylvania Avenue Pilsner from Rock Brewing. I hear from Rochester, New York. I try to do local beers when I can, but you should be able to get this mostly all over the Northeast. It's pretty well well put out. How do you think the Andella is selling? I have no idea. It didn't interest me in the slightest, but I have no idea. But I do like. I got this Dragonfly because it's the Warncliffe, and I like Warnies, and it's a great little secondary knife. How does the peel ply carbon fiber feel grip wise? I'm weird in that a lot of people complain about the peel ply carbon on some of the Tai Chungs. I like it. I genuinely like it. That is something I genuinely think it feels great. I think the grip is right, is the perfect amount between grippy, but it doesn't tear your pants up. I think it looks fine. I have absolutely no issues with the peel ply. But a lot of people get really upset about it because it's not carbon all the way through. But and I don't think it's too slippery at all. This Chaparral is a little more slippery than where is it? Than my Sage 5. It's a different texture, but it's still not what I would remotely call slippery at all. We're just gonna try to cram as many on here as we can, since we're going with a theme here. What else? Somebody mentioned the Pair 3 lightweight is the delicate killer. It might be. Yeah. I have an issue with mine. Mine's very off center, and I haven't bothered to send it back yet, but I'm sure they'll fix it if I do. But peel ply laminate, whatever. I know it's two different things, triple EDC, but everybody uses the terms interchangeably, so it's both. I guess. So the red lightweight. Yeah, I didn't get that because every time I buy a Spyderco, you'll see there are no sprint runs here. This is a dealer exclusive. I have another one that's a dealer exclusive, the exact same configuration on my Mannix 2, which I'll bring out in a moment. But because I'll buy those and I'll use those because they might come back again. But I don't. Every time I buy a Sprint, I show it and somebody offers me a good amount of money for it, and I sell it. So that's why I don't ever have Spyderco Sprints. Boycott Sprints, Deuce Greg says. I wouldn't go that far, but it is kind of, they are just kind of for, I don't think they're there for collectors. They're not for users. And I, despite the fact that I run this channel, I'm more of a user than a collector. So that's kind of not my thing. Kyle Lamford says, you have a brand new inbox, Mannix 2, you can beat it. If you want to, yeah, if you want to send it along, my email address is down below. Scroll down. I would love to, just for a battle to the death between these two. I won't beat on it. This one has a non-standard factory edge, so it won't be a perfect battle to the death. But yeah, I have always wanted to do that, but it's just my Mannix 2 is completely different configuration, and I've modified it and stuff, so it's not really valid to do that anymore. Triple says, I just traded my Spyderco Mannix and Crewwear and Smooth CF. Should people get the pitchforks out? No, it's dude, I sell stuff that I wanted, I love all the time, and trade stuff all the time. Deuce Craig says Taiwan boycott. Taiwan's a lovely country. I don't know if you're just talking about the Taiwanese or the Taiwanese Spydercos, but I now own 4. Oh, they're all out here. Yeah, I have 4 Taiwan Spydercos now. I really like them. I think they're really, really good. What would you compare LC200N sharpenability to the Casa Nostra 13S? I have not had to fully sharpen this yet. I've only had to touch it up a couple times, so I'm not qualified to say that. I'm sure there are many other videos out there. I find the sprint runs have better fit and finish. They absolutely do. That is 100% for certain. Everybody says they don't, and same with the dealer exclusives. They do. And Spyderco claims that is not a thing, and you're all wrong. But I've had lots and lots and lots of dealer exclusives and Spyderco sprint runs, and they're always perfect. Where most of the production ones are pretty good too. I haven't had too many horrible experiences. I've had a couple bad ones, but they're always just perfect. Who says no tenacious? Well, we're moving really fast through the subjects here, but that does bring me one thing. The reason why you see no tenacious is that's one thing I think Spyderco has a weakness in is their the tenacious, the efficient, all those ones like that. The 8CR13 MOV blade ones. They make better stuff themselves, and that is these. I'll just grab one. This is the Bird. Which one is this? The Harrier 2. Yeah, buy a Bird. If you're gonna get 8CR13 anyway, buy a Bird, and especially in the tenacious because it's a pretty pricey knife. Get a Bird Raven 2. Don't buy a tenacious. Don't buy a tenacious. It's a terrible knife. It's not terrible. I mean, it's got great ergos, all that stuff. It's got a terrible steel. The the Raven 2 is so much better. I always tell people buy a Raven 2. Don't buy a tenacious. Yeah, yes, Bob B. It is Spyderco Night. That's why it says it in the title. Recently bought myself a Sprint Run Shaman carbon fiber. Very happy with it. Yeah, I almost got one of those. I would, but it's like I said, I would sell it. I know as soon as I got it, I would sell it. And I explained in another video why this is my second Shaman. I had one like this. I sold it. Got another one back because I wanted a user because I like using the Shaman. And so that's what I wanted. Does the CQI Spidey Chef have the rattle from the lanyard? Nope. I never noticed it on the other one I had, but nope. I don't hear any rattle. I didn't know what this. I guess this is a CQI 2. I didn't know that was even a thing. That's one thing that annoys me about Spyderco. They do these CQI versions, and they don't show like what the differences are, or you can't like you have to like go on the forums to find out what the differences are, and they don't like mark it on the box, and it's really like difficult to know which one you have. So when I did my little video about getting this one back, somebody said that's not a CQI, that's a CQI 2 because it's got black hardware and blah blah. I'm like, I didn't know. I thought the black hardware was the CQIs, but in the Kaparas, the CQI Kaparas, this is not a CQI Kapara. I know this is just an OG, but I know the CQI Kaparas. There's no way to tell without taking them apart. So I don't know. Is that chef heavy? No, not bad at all. I mean, I've done lots of. You can go back and I don't remember what it weighs off the top of my head. I have covered that before. But do you think the Kapara is the weakest value of all the ones on the table? No, not a bit. It's the carbon on this is so nice, and I know it's just S30V, but everything else about it is so nice and so well done. No, I definitely would not say it is the weakest value. I know it's expensive, but it's pretty freaking nice. I wish they used CQI in the Sage 5. I don't know. I love my Sage 5. I don't really have any problem with it. Have you seen the Spyderco messenger bag? I have not. They need CQI in the GB2. I've had 2 detent balls go flat. It's back in Colorado. I don't have a GB2 anymore, and that's one that I really want back. But yeah, mine didn't have that happen to me. But I have so many knives that stuff doesn't get huge amounts of miles put on it. So, carbon fiber is better on the Sprint Run Shaman than the Kapara. Fight me. I don't know. I never held the Sprint Run Shaman, so it might be. It may very well be. I will look up that messenger bag. I don't know if I want to walk around with a Spyderco logo and have knives and shit in it. But you know what? Nobody's gonna know. Nobody knows what Spyderco is. Tyler says thoughts on the Pena front flipper. It looks cool. We're talking about Spydercos right now, but yeah, looks cool. I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna buy one, but I use S110V as a user. I sell my chips. It looks serrated. So what's your thoughts, your opinion on the Spyderco Magnitude? I don't know what that one is off the top of my head. Heel ply is not still bad. It's fine. It's fine. which model of their knives is that has discontinued you miss the most? Yours is the Kiwi range, or is that what you're saying is yours? Is just saying an example? Might be the Domino. The Domino was really cool. Hydrate, yes. The Domino was awesome. Bobby says my Capara CF is very beautiful. Yeah, I mean I've held several $100 knives that didn't have carbon fiber as nice as what the Capara has. Oh, it's not. We're just for a while. We're going to exclusively Spyderco. We'll switch it up here in a little while, but before we end, tad late Spidey talk. Don't make me buy the Capara or the Chaparral. You should buy both of them. I talked about in my video. I had the Chaparral lightweight, and I always loved the blade, but hated the handles. I didn't hate them, but it just felt cheap, and I didn't like it. And so when I went to go get another one, I got the carbon fiber one, which is kind of the basic one, honestly. I mean, the lightweight's cheaper, so I mean, I guess you could call that the basic one, but you know, it's the standard one, I guess is the best way to put it. Holden Kirkwood says the Capara could be like any steel and I'd still like it. It's really that good. Well, I wouldn't go quite that far, but yeah, it could be yeah, it's really good. Your thoughts on the Blurple Mannix 2? I used to have one. I really liked it. I think it's probably most of the time if Spyderco offers a knife in that Blurple configuration in the S110V and the Blurple handles, it's the best value. It's kind of the one to go for. I honestly do. Let me we're gonna switch some stuff out here since we're talking about the Mannix 2. We'll pull that out. Actually, we're gonna double up on the Mannix I, because I have one here that is not mine. But it will be on a future sale that we have coming up. Everybody's still talking about the Capara, so we won't move that one. Put the Native Chief up here because it's one of my new favorites of Spyderco's lineup. And I have a big one that is going to be on my sale coming up. It is not mine, but I'm selling it for a friend. The Mannix 2 XL. These are aftermarket carbon fiber scales, so I have the original ones that go with it too. But the Mannix 2 XL, in case you don't know the difference in size, it is significant. I would call that significant. Yeah, it's a big difference in size. It's not going to all fit in the shot for sure. For a first Mannix, should I get the standard or the lightweight or the XL? Lavender pants. I would. God, that's tough. I don't think they've done the BD1N in the standard yet. I think it's still just BD1. So I'd probably get the standard. I'd probably just get the regular one. But yeah, it depends on your. It doesn't. I don't. Deuce Great says it depends on your hand size. How big are your hands that a Mannix 2 doesn't fit your hands? It fits everything. Smock is so nice, very smooth in action, and lock is so vigilant. You know what? I held the Smock. I don't have one here. I held it at Blade Show. It didn't blow my skirt up. I didn't dislike it, but it just didn't. It didn't make me want to. I bought the Native Chief instead. I walked up there kind of near the end of the show with enough money to buy one more, and I chose the Native Chief over the Smock. I actually walked up intending to buy a Smock and didn't. It was fun. It was cool, but I don't know. It just didn't make me have to have it. Is the XL Mannix bigger than the Shaman? Oh yeah, it's bigger than a lot of things. It's bigger than my ego. No, that's not true. I had cutting edge too far away from the grip on the Smock. Randy F says, I agree with that. That's part of that's one of the things I didn't like about it. I just didn't like how far away that was. It's the same as what's the other one that's the other newer one that's out. It's not the Southern. They've had that out forever. The other newer one they had out that I felt the same way about. Scott Simmons says, I can't say enough about the Caribbean with the sheep's foot blade. It's been a beast on my job building tests, building docks and sea. Well, yeah, it's a great knife for docks and seawalls. That's one of the other ones that's like completely salt resistant, right? Yeah, the Caribbean does look cool, I do have to say. I've just never gotten a chance to get one in my hands, so, if I get one in my hands, maybe I'll get one, but, yeah. Can we see the native chief up close and personal? Yeah, now that I cleaned it. The last few times I've had it on videos, I've gotten, it had toothpaste on the G10, so I had to get all that off. Um, oh, Freedom Van says, "Tomorrow I quit smoking and start vaping. Will you show and tell yours?" Okay, really, really quick because we're trying to focus on Spyderco's, but yeah, I do actually have it in my pocket. Um, Orion Lost Vape. This is the DNA. You can program it. You don't need to get that. It's the programming thing is like a spreadsheet. You have to be a computer nerd to make it work. But I mean, it's easy, but I don't understand it. It's all numbers and crap. Um, yeah, get one of these. They have them at most smoke shops. They're really well made. Um, they're very good, and the carbon fiber exactly matches the peel ply carbon fiber that is on this chaparral. So, how did you get toothpaste on it? Ryan Hayes says, you know what? I wish I knew that. I think must be I got out of the shower and I probably took it out of my pocket and set it on the sink and got something on it. If I was going to renew my vowels, what would you carry? I assume you mean my vows. It's funny because we actually talked about that recently. No, I would. What would I carry on that day? I don't know at the moment. I'm not really sure. Oh, hey, Blade Banner, how's it going, man? I need to renew my bowels. uh, I don't think that's how it works. Well, I guess you do kind of renew them. It's out with the old and with the new. Um, yeah, my wife and I travel a lot, and we actually talked the other night about it'd be cool if we were in some weird place and we could find some like weird Buddhist priest or something to do it. We would do it, but we're not like planning on it. But it's like if we find the right place and the right dude, we'd do it again. Just to tell each other we'd still do it again. Um, did Freddie Mercury give her second thoughts? No, no, she actually liked the Freddie Mercury. She helped me out. She did not like the mustache. She was very happy when that was gone. But she was Joan Jett. She looked smoking hot, so I was quite happy about that. What's the best knife you have that's frowned upon in New York State? Well, we're trying to talk about Spyderco's here. I don't think any of my Spyderco's are really frowned upon in New York State. A lot of these are frowned upon in my town. Because there are like places in like if you go to the actual like I live technically in the city, but there are several zip codes where you have to have less than 3 inches. But other than that, none of my Spyderco's. Uh Sharps Full says I saw Joan Jett in concert. Awesome. Yeah, I had a beer with her once. She was a pretty cool chick. Um any word on production numbers for the Crew Carta Shaman? No, I never even tried to find out. I wasn't gonna get it because I knew it was. And thanks, Kyle. I just saw that email come through. No, I never looked up for the Crewwear Shaman because like I said, I don't buy sprint runs because if I buy them, I just turn around and sell them in a minute, and I feel bad about that. So yeah. Are you able to carry daggers? Negatory. No daggers, no automatics, and now no what do they call it? Disguised knives or something like that. Anything that looks like a weapon that it's intended to be to not look like a weapon. So I don't know. They gave we got the gravity knife law thing overturned, and now they just put in another one that is still going to allow the same crap. Dude, if you're in New York, you're only going to Monterey Bay Knives EWC. I've heard good things about the EWC, but yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I think it's for like belt buckle knives and stuff, but they worded it so vaguely that they could say I almost feel like if you're carrying a knife with a deep carry pocket clip, they could say that. Like the way they worded it so vaguely. It should be an NYPK for New Yorkers. Yeah, that would be funny. Do you have something like a man bug on your keys? No, I have actually. Are my keys up here? No, they're not. I have a Ferrum Forge Ruck. Uh, the little there's a little craft knife blade on it. Little spring-loaded craft knife blade thing. What's my favorite knife on the table? That's tough right now. One of these three. Uh, I adore the Capara. I've adored the Spidey Chef when someone loaned one to me, and now I finally have one of my very own, so I'm very attached to it at the moment. I adored my Shaman, I sold it and I missed it, and I have one back again, so I'm also very attached to it at the moment. So these two I'm really attached to at the moment, but as far as long term, it's been the Capara, I guess. Holy 110. Oh wow, I didn't realize it got that high. That's our highest yet. 110. That's the highest we've ever had. I guess we should do these themed ones more often. What brand should I do next? I don't have enough of anything else. I have so many Spydercos, but 100 pacer. It looks cool. It's nothing that I really want, but it's cool looking. Thickest blade stock on the table. Actually, they're all pretty much the same. Shaman, I guess, probably. I'm not going to break out the calipers, but yeah, the Shaman. I can't remember what the blade stock is on it, but it's definitely a Shaman. Because it would have either been the Mannix XL or the Shaman. Let's switch them out again. I'll switch one out because it's all I got left. This is my Spyderco that started the whole thing. This has started the whole channel, really. Oh, thanks. Thanks for the donation. I appreciate that. By the way, yes, the super chat is open. If you want to kick in a few shekels, I always appreciate that. I always forget to mention that. I'm so terrible about it. It's the whole purpose of doing these things. Not the whole purpose, but it's a good purpose of doing these things, and I always forget to mention it. But yeah, this is my the first like nice knife that I had. The Mannix 2 lightweight. We'll take the XL out since it doesn't fit in the picture anyway. We'll put that in there. And since it isn't mine. Yeah, I should do Benchmade, but I only own yikes. I only own 2 Benchmades at the moment. That would be a really boring look. I know it's polarizing, but I love my drunken even with the issues, Bob B says. I've heard a lot of people like the drunken. I had no interest in that, but what would you like Spyderco to make in a Lil version? Ooh. I would love to see, and I mean not a Lil, but I would love to see a smaller Capara. I would love to see that. Maybe not the Lil, because the Lils usually have like 2.5-inch blades. Like a 3-inch Capara would be pretty darn awesome. It's gonna sound dumb because it's completely against the whole purpose of the knife, but I would love to see a 3-inch Shaman. In Lil though, I don't know about that. 25 little 100 pacer, 25 pacer. Yeah, 3-inch Capara. I don't think they could make them fast enough. Keith says, "Does Spyderco rule the knife industry?" Thanks for the donation, by the way. Rule? I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't say that. I think they probably sell the most in quote unquote premium knives, but as far as who has more control over the knife industry, I know nobody's gonna like hear me say it, but it's we. We Knives is just like they make everybody's everything, and yeah, I think they have more control. I don't think they sell as many as Spyderco, but I think they have more control. Does that make any sense? Good day from Australia. Nice to see you, mate. I can't do an Australian accent. I'm so sorry I even tried. Have you looked at or handled the Subvert yet? Yes, I have. It's pretty cool. It's not my thing, but it's pretty. It was very nicely made, and it was yes, very 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 large. Chris Jaskolski says, "I own 0 Wii knives," and I'm sure that you probably have because I've seen you on this before. I know you're like a real knife guy, but like a lot of people when they say I don't own any Wii knives, I'm like, I bet you do. And I've had people go back and look and say, "Oh no, yeah, I do," because they make everybody's everything. So you may not think you own any Wii knives, but there's a good chance you probably do. Gerber probably does 10 times the revenue Spyderco does a year. Oh, absolutely, Lavender Pants, absolutely. But they do everything. They do garden work machetes and and lawn clippers and hedge trimmers and multi-tools and all kinds of crap. Bring back the Swish buoy. Yeah, I would love to see a Swish buoy. I just said sleesh myself, which I always criticize people when they say that because it's not how you say it. Swish. Like the guy who designed this, the Spidey chef, Martin Swish. It's kind of like swish, swish, swish. It's like the vowel part is a bit up in the air, but it's definitely not sleesh. It's a W sound. I think my chat froze up on my computer, so let me refresh that really quick while I take a sip of my beverage. There we go. Oh yeah, Kershaw probably does a whole lot too, but I don't know. Kershaw probably does more in volume, like numbers, but I think money wise, Spyderco's pretty darn big. KI. Can't wait for the Shamwiri. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. Any plans for a future video on the Respect? Maybe Brian Steenrod asked, but I don't know. That may be one of my next orders whenever they get them in at White Mountain Knives. But I thought about ordering 2 of them, but I usually don't give very good reviews to the Spyderco HCR13 MOV knives. I accept it on the birds, but on the it's off camera. I didn't realize that. I accept it on the birds, but I don't really accept it on for the price they charge on the quote unquote real Spyderco. So I would probably say fantastic knife let down by the steel. So it's kind of weird ordering a knife into review that I already know what I'm going to say about it. I already love this. I love the Spyderco Genzao Hatchet Hawk, but I also can't believe he held one. No, I've never held any of Spyderco's stuff other than their folding pocket knives. Probably should do that. Laura Kyle says he took my advice and bought the bug out. Hope you like it. Oh, you do. You just said that as I was saying it. I love the salt concept. I don't understand why all golden or lightweight models don't have the salted variant. Yeah, they're getting that way. So they're doing more of that. Edward York says, yeah, tell him Bry. Well, I don't know what you're referring to, and nobody calls me Bry. I'm kidding. You're a nice guy, but I seriously don't like being called that. The CF Shaman is almost perfect. Only issue I have is the carbon fiber can be a little too slippery. Yeah, I wish that was a regular production thing. I wish it wasn't just something that, they did for a sprint run. Spyderco is responsive to consumers ask. Yeah, you got to have a lot of consumers to ask that. So, let's say if you had an advocate, the Spyderco advocate. Kind of seems like I have, but maybe I haven't. This is where we come to get our knifeaholic program. Yeah. Oh, no problem, Edward. It's half a joke, but yeah, it's just I don't like that, and it's stupid, but yeah, I don't like it. Triple E EDC got to dip out. Oh, good to see you, man. Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dante. They have so many models I get confused. I have held the Advocate. I was very tempted by it. I actually was at one of my local dealers. He had. I remember now. He had one traded in, and he offered it to me for pretty good money. But I didn't do it. I think actually I was going to trade something for it. Yeah, I think it was a trade. Yeah, I had a ZT 801, but he wanted like another $50, and I said no. I brought a Kukarta Shaman, love the thing, but fear the first scratch more than any other knife I know. Chris Jaskolski says, yeah, that's why I don't buy sprint runs. Because I get the same way. Only answering Spyderco questions at the moment, but we're almost done. We're giving another 6 minutes, and then we'll start some other stuff. I still want a Mantra 2. You held one. I have not. That one is not. I have not. Oh, the Respect is 154 CM. Oh, or CPM 154. Ooh. Well, then I'll have to check that out. I thought they were still the same old HCRs that all the other ones were. I'm going to look that up right now, actually. And we're going to see. My window is open. The window I'm closing is for rims and tires for my Volkswagen. So you're going to see a pretty significant knife sale this week because I just found out I need new rims and tires for my Volkswagen. So I don't need the rims, but oh yeah, it came with the persistence. I'm not seeing it. Well, I'm not seeing it. We're gonna go back to over here. I'm gonna talk to you guys. I'll look it up later. Yeah, I agree with you, Edward York. Yeah, Spyderco should never use 8C or anything other than the birds. It's completely acceptable on the birds. It's not acceptable on anything else. Is the Capara good for general EDC tasks? It's excellent. I love, the more I carry the Capara, the more I like it. And you guys remember if I did a long-term update, I complained about the centering on it. Well, that was my fault. It's still the tiniest bit off, but it was way off. That was my fault. When I tore it apart one time to clean it, I apparently swapped the washers, which is not ideal, that the washers are that tight of tolerance that if you put one on the wrong side, it messes it up. But anywho, yeah. Switch that. It's I love it, love it, love it. He says, love me some hollow grind. Yeah, that's the bad thing about Spyderco. Very, very few hollow grinds. It's like the GP2 and like 2 or 3 others, and that's it. How does a Capara stack against the Atom? I believe I did that comparison video, Lavender Pants. I'm 99.9% sure I've done that comparison video. Start bidding on the Crew Mannix 2 at 100. You know, it's not possible that the Mannix 2 crew wear might go away just because like I said, I gotta get new rims and tires. I went in, I have a slow leak on my front right wheel on my Golf. My wife hit a pothole and dented a rim, and it'll only hold about 20 pounds of pressure, and now the tire's wearing weird. And then they said I need 2 other tires, and you know what? I hate having steel rims on this car, so I think it's time just to get new rims and tires. Even though snow is gonna start, we'll get off the Spyderco stuff now, and we'll start talking about more knives when I'm done with this story. But on a scale of 1 to 10, how dumb is it to buy new alloy wheels and all-season tires for right like in November in upstate New York? It's gonna start snowing. I don't want winter tires. I never use winter tires. But I think only cowards use winter tires, but all seasons are fine. But I'm nervous about putting alloy rims on right before winter. But I need one new rim, and then one new rim costs $90. And between the one new rim and 3 new tires, it's $600. Where on TireRack.com, I can get a really cool set of Motegi's and nice tires for $1,000. It kind of doesn't make any sense. I'm running the stock alloys as my winter rims on my 2015 Golf. That's what I will do, True Boolean. That's what I'll do next year. But this year, I need to get the crap going. Chris says junkyard rim till summer. Yeah, I don't think my rear tires ain't gonna make it through the winter. So that's I don't want to buy winter tires this year because honestly, this car hardly ever gets driven during the winter. It mostly just sits. It doesn't get driven during the winter, barely at all. Like if we get, like we're supposed to get 7 inches of snow tomorrow, that car's gonna sit in the driveway for 3 days because we have a Subaru. So yeah, Olivia, we're getting 7 inches tomorrow. Yeah, never. Yeah, you saw it. Yeah. Yeah, when it's wintertime right now, I drive my wife to work and then in the Subaru, and then I have the Subaru. So the Golf just sits there until the snow goes away. That's why I'm thinking about getting all seasons and some sweet Motegi's. My lowrider sometimes doesn't get driven for months in the Kansas winter. Yeah, I imagine so. Kansas winters are bad too. Was that a spider? Yeah, there's a few of them out here. Is anybody else supposed to get huge snow tomorrow or anything? I'm not. I think it's 8 inches isn't huge snow. It used to be. It isn't anymore. Thank God that global warming's a load of crap, or this would be really scary. Um, it doesn't snow here anymore. Like I'm in upstate New York and Rochester, and it's like it hardly ever happens anymore. Um, that's not normal. Don't care what anybody says. I don't care what caused it. That's not normal. No snow is 65 to 25 during the day tomorrow. Freedom Van says, "Wow, you're going to get some thunderstorms or wind or something." Laura House is supposed to be 85 tomorrow. Well, good for you. We're all very happy for you. I am happy for you, wherever you live. You're in like Arizona or something. The surface of the sun. I did take my summer tires off at least. They turn into hockey pucks below 30 degrees. Lavender Pants says, "What kind of car do you have?" I've never used winter tires. Like my whole life living in upstate New York, I always just ran on all seasons and never did the tire swapping thing. When I lived in North Carolina, I had summers, obviously, all like year round, but Hatch WRX. Oh yeah, that's right. You have a cool car. Oh, I want one of those so bad. Yeah, those you got to switch tires on. When is the Slicey MC collab happening? Whenever we can make it work. The only times I've had to do it, we did it and the audio did not work. So we can't use that recording. So whenever we have a time to get back to do it. Ronan Graves says, "I run winners on my M5." Yes, need winners on that. But so what's everybody got coming in this week? That's always a fun topic. We've only got about 15 minutes here to go. Why did you leave North Carolina? Because I was only there for the military. I was stationed there. My sister lives there. I still go down quite a bit, but well, you got an Archbishop 2.0. I think you'll love it. I do love the Archbishop 2.0. I've held it. It's great. Just not enough time to do a review, but great knife. Finally picked up an 0562 tie last week. So good. Ronan Graves says, "Oh, it's perfect. I love that knife. It's so great." Maybe I'll do a Hinderer. I know a guy I could borrow some Hinderers from. Maybe I'll do a Hinderer episode. I just got my 20 CV bare knuckle I won from Smoke. You won a 20 CV bare knuckle? You lucky bastard. That is awesome. Congratulations. Lavender Pants says blue black carbon fiber Atom. Blue Bug Out, second Skaha 2 came in a few days ago. Your second Skaha 2. You shouldn't say that on here. Somebody might come and find you. You got the Nick Shabazz SD Classic. That's cool. I almost got one of those. I thought about it. I really, really did, Planescrafter, but I know him. He'll probably just hand me one someday, so I didn't buy one. Zach Stuff says, second? These are people who've been waiting a year, and you're like, I got my second one. Hydrate, yes. I got that damn Shabazz Victorinox going. Yep, and somebody else said that too. Yeah. Oh, Libby, you got the Birdshot and the Shabazz one. Yeah. Maybe they'll let me do one someday. We'll see. I don't think I'm quite big enough yet, though. Well, still over 100 of you on here. This is awesome. I think we only crossed 100 a couple of times momentarily, and this has been over 100 for almost the whole damn show. So that's pretty great. I really do appreciate that. The new GEC 86 oil field. I actually did see that, Jeremy Russell. I did see the GEC 86 oil field, and I don't usually keep up with that world much, but I don't know, somehow it came across my vision on the Instagrams or something, and yeah, that one is pretty darn cool. Pretty darn cool. Sal did say a larger run of my Carta Shamans were approved with different steel because of the form for that. Oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. I will probably get one of those. So I guess it's probably going to be an S35 VN, knowing them. They do a lot of larger runs in S35 VN and different handles. So if I had to take a shot, I bet it's going to be a different color my Carta in S35 VN. 35 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 VN. We love it here, Brian. Well, thank you. If you're talking about here. What has happened with the slicey dicey knife? Keith says. The Opinel. I don't know. I haven't heard anything back, so we'll see. I gotta bug him about it again next week, but I've not heard anything back. Amazing. Got a great deal on the 0572 tie and an 0393. Great. Two great ZTs. Two ZTs we want in a long time. As good as my XMs, honestly. They almost are, but yeah, I don't know. There's still little tiny little things that it's not quite the same. And hydrate, yes. But the 0562 is pretty awesome. Sell a smock for a Kapara? I don't particularly care for the smock, so I would say yes, but any word on when the void will be done? I heard earlier than expected. I heard this month sometime, so I'm keeping money stashed away for it because I know I'm probably gonna have to pay because I only paid the down payment. I didn't pay for the I didn't pay the whole price up front. I just paid the deposit. Do you have knife Christmas decorations? I do, but I've never put them. I have a I got one of those last year. Did one of those things from Blade HQ. I got one of those tactical stockings. That'll be fun. Larry Payne says I cut a ramp on my 0562 to get rid of that double clutch it does. I don't really notice that, I guess. I'm just looking for comments here. Seems like drop has slowed down on the knives for now. Yeah, somebody left. So I'm sure they're still going to keep doing knives, but somebody who was the driving force behind that no longer works there. So when are we getting a slicey dicey Swiss classic at Blade HQ? Ask them, and they will see. Oh yeah, lavender pants. I was being all cagey. Yeah, I guess he did say so on Instagram, didn't he? Yeah, Jonas left. So he was my guy there. So he was my connection and he sent me everything. So we will see what goes on from the future. But I'm sure they're gonna keep doing knives. They have good relationships with people. So they only have anything in MI is the Keen, the Hogue Ritter, and the Centros. My biggest thing on my radar right now is the Hogue Deca. I must have one of those, and I will pay full retail for it and not mind a tiny little bit because I held it at Blade Show and it was fantastic. But they only had 10 prototypes there, and the scales they had on them were terrible. I just didn't like the way they looked at all. They had copper in them, which is fine, but they looked like little flowers, and it looked like your grandmother's couch, and I just didn't want anything to do with it. But so I'm waiting for the regular one. Yeah, Zach stuff. You've got a Deca, right? It's a fantastic knife, absolutely for sure. It's amazing. $150 for the Hogan 20 CV. Yeah, it's a great price. Yep, yeah, it is. It definitely is. ETA for the Deca, like this week. It's supposed to be out. Edward York, supposed to be out most places like this week. So I'm going to be keeping an eye out on every knife retailer there is, and I'm just gonna frickin' buy one. Michael C, should I get the Shaman? Well, do you like life? Then you should get the Shaman, because the Shaman is great. I think Zach showed more than one. If Zach has more than one, I think I watched the whole video. I don't know it's more than one. If he has more than one, he should sell me one of them because he's my friend, and that's what friends do. Is they sell each other stuff that they want. That's what friends in the knife world do. Only one officially. Well, if you get a second one, hit me up on the grams, as the kids would say. HMU the grams. Who did you get that Shaman from? My buddy Mike, but he's the second owner. I don't know whose mark this is. This is the collectors club, so you get them first. I believe it's one of the guys on YouTube. I can't remember his name. Oh, really nice guy. Hello, YouTube. I can't remember. He always starts his videos like that. I have a bug on my freaking It is November. Why is there a bug? I just killed it. Oh, I'm a Buddhist. I'm not supposed to do that. That was terrible of me. Kevin, yeah, I think it's Keith Kevin Kev. I think that's his number. Or is it 20? His is 24. I don't remember. But oh, he's 23. I know I've seen the 21 before, but I can't remember who it is. Yeah, bug out. Yep, that bug is out. Yeah. Libya says that guy isn't speaking to you. You know what? Me either until I picked it up. It pipe in here, Zach. Did you feel the same way? It is not appealing to look at, but once you pick it up, oh my, it is very, very, very nice. It's really hard to describe. It's just good. It's just good. What kind of oil do you use in your knives? Mostly KPL, the knife pivot lube. Great company, great people. And do I have one here where I can reach it? Yeah. Yeah, mostly this stuff. But I also have nano oil. Nano oil is great too. It's a great size, and the smaller Able lock is awesome. Yeah, it just works great. It's just so good. Even though that's the only knife at Blade Show I cut myself on, but that was my fault. I just was talking and flipping, and you know how you do sometimes where you screw up and like you're yakking at somebody and you have your hand like this and you flick it open. I got myself good, which I just got myself on another knife the other day doing the same stupid thing. But yeah, cut myself. This is the only time I cut myself at Blade Show was on that. What oil weight do you use? 8, 10. What's better in your life? So, well, the KPL only comes in one weight, but when I use the nano oil, I use the 10. Going back to Spyderco, Blade HQ are releasing an exclusive version of the old Dodo. Weird, but very cool. Interested? No, not really. I didn't really think that needed to come back. Looking forward to the ProTech SBR. Yeah, that's a great knife. I wish I could have carried it more and kept it and all that stuff. So, Deuce Craig says, do. You made a poop joke. I don't care. Well-timed poop joke's always still funny. KPL comes in heavy, but the heavy is not intended for bearings and stuff. I mean, you can use it for that, but it's really wasn't always intended. And I have it, but I don't. Only thing I use it for is for descent balls. You know what? I'm gonna end on this. I'm gonna end on a fart joke tonight, so that'll be fun. Since we're talking about fart and poop jokes, I think the funniest person I ever met in my life, I never met. The funniest person I've heard in my life, and I'm a professional comedian. I work with big famous people, but the funniest one I ever saw was I was in the Air Force, and it was our first day of basic training. So you fly in, you get on a bus, they take you to this place, they yell at you for 15 minutes, you go to sleep for like 2 hours, and then they woke us up to go do calisthenics. And we're all in a big circle in this gym. And they kept having us like bend over and touch our toes. And like the third time we did it, this dude about 4 people down bent over and just made a fart noise. It wasn't genuine, but it sounded great. He just went like as he bent over touching his toes. And it was just so perfectly timed because we were all scared to death. And he just made this fart noise, and it was hilarious. And all the technical instructors, the TIs there, got so mad. And we still don't know exactly who it was, but God bless that guy. That was the funniest thing. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in my entire life. Like, we all just lost it because we were just terrified. And then this kid just makes a perfectly timed fart noise. And it was that's when I regained my respect for the fart noise. And I will never lose it again. I will never forget that guy. I wish I knew who it was. That was so funny. What was it? Louis C.K. I know we're not supposed to talk nicely about Louis C.K. anymore. He's a comedian. He did a bad thing, but he told a story once about how farts are always funny. It's like They're unexpected. They make a weird noise, and they smell like poop. Like, how is that not funny? You know, it's just like there's nothing that's not funny about farts. Um, oh yeah, the D2 Caligo. I do kind of want one of those. I will say, Libya. That I've been tempted by that one myself. I don't have many CRKTs right now. A lot of guys on here with the Shaman crew wears. I think there was more of them than people think. Libya says nothing special, but it's just damn good. Yep, it is. It is. It is. It is. It is a good one. Your wife disagrees regarding fart humor, and Chris Jiskel says, my wife doesn't. She can appreciate a well-timed fart noise. Or even a well-timed fart. Sometimes she'll find it amusing. I don't make a habit of it, but sometimes a well-timed fart is funny. There's no denying it. Ernie says, thank you and all veterans for your service. Oh yeah, that's going on tomorrow. Yep. Oh, it's funny when she farts too. I'd laugh at it. You get rid of all your PLRs. I don't have any PLRs at the moment. I like them, but I just never wound up carrying them. Feeding the beast, all that stuff. Yeah, women like fart jokes too. I would take an LMAX Shaman. Yeah, absolutely. It works. So happy Veterans Day, Brian. Thank you. I appreciate it. I farted in time with your story. She didn't laugh. Well, good for you, Chris. That's a good job. Good job. I applaud you. Never force a fart, though. Bad things can happen. And you're welcome. I will fully admit, okay, so we're going to end fart jokes. We're going to end on a somber note. I will fully admit there were several years where on my exit from the U.S. military, I left in an honorable discharge, all that stuff. You know, everything's fine. But my exit from the U.S. military was not ideal. I did basically get upset with my job and my people that I worked with, and I quit because I had a very high security clearance and I was allowed to do that. So they call it renouncing your clearance. So I did renounce my security clearance and quit the Air Force. Only 9 months early from my enlistment. It wasn't like a huge thing, but I did quit and threw away everything I had. I've got one award that I still have from the Air Force. It's the only thing I have from my Air Force career. I have one award and a little pin and the only reason I have those is because I missed them when I was throwing stuff away. I was that mad. They pushed me too far. It's a very stressful job, and I cracked up. So there were many, many, many years where people would say, thank you for your service, and it would make me mad. And it's hard to hide that I'm a military person because I have a USAA bank account. So every time I'd hand people my debit card, they would say, thank you for your service. And it would make me angry. But the last 3-4 years, I've come around, and I look fondly now back on my time, and I don't miss it. I don't want to go back. I think I did the right thing. But now when people say thank you for your service, I do just genuinely say you're welcome, and I mean it. So I'm sorry. That's kind of a rambly. Is that a bad thing to end a show on? But I just wanted to share that with you guys. We're all friends here. And yeah, some people ask me about my military service and stuff a lot on these live shows. And yeah, it was fun for a long time. And then the last like 2 years I was there, it got very much not fun. And they did me wrong one too many times, and I was mad. So yeah. But yeah, I don't mind don't mind hearing thank you for your service anymore. So, hey, Mike, I'm just leaving. We're like literally just wrapping it up, man. Um, I'll call you in the morning. Mike's very good. Mike is the guy who I got my shaman and the aforementioned chaparral from. So he's a great guy, and I just showed your XL also. So, but thank you guys so much for hanging out. It is 9 o'clock. I try and keep these in an hour. So thank you guys very very much for hanging out. I always appreciate it, and we will be back next week. I don't think I have any gigs coming up or anything next week, so I think we'll be good. And yeah, it worked because I put it over my phone instead of over my stupid Wi-Fi. So I hope you guys have had a good one. I've been Brian. Enjoy. We'll be back.